Hey, good day to everybody, all my friends around the world and subscribers and just anybody that drops in out of interest, to be honest with you. Welcome. I'd like to say thank you to a little upsurge in subscribers just lately. I appreciate it and welcome. Today I just wanted to touch base with you and do some cars, obviously, but I wanted to do a little chit chat as well. This beautiful Johnny Lightning commemorative limited edition set I've had in my possession for a while, and I've got Mr. David Johns from the worst YouTube channel ever and Brookstone Customs to thank for this little gem, of which I've no idea it existed. Why would I? We don't get them in this country. We don't get Johnny Lightnings, we don't get Auto Worlds, we don't get Racing Champions, we don't get Greenlight anywhere other than one shop in the UK. I'm sure there's others, but it always has to come mail order, and that's Modelmatic of York, and sometimes the prices are good and a lot of the time they're not. But I wouldn't get half of these beautiful things without particularly my friends in America, and that brings us to the subject of this particular chat. I'm calling this one Cars and Chat, or Chat and Cars, but basically I am going to show you something that's landed on my doorstep again. Fireman Food 1988 is well versed in this already. So you used to get a letter from the Royal Mail, and there you can see that there's no air stamps on this. This has just become a circular of the Royal Mail, and there's my local office. I'm not bothered about keeping that address secret. And you used to get a letter from Her Majesty's Customs and Revenue, and now they've passed the dirty work onto your local office. So basically what happened was that a short time ago, certainly this year, Fireman Food 1988, cancel, the original cancel Fireman Food, whatever you want to call him nowadays. He's got more handles than Prince has. Ron saw itself out. I got a letter from Customs and Excise stating that there was a parcel for me, and that to release that parcel I had to pay 40 English pounds due to excise duty. Now, I don't know or didn't know where that parcel came from. I didn't know what the contents of that parcel was, and there's a demand from Her Majesty's government telling me I will pay £40, or after 20 days it will be returned to sender. Now, Ron had paid $90 odd. He'd paid the taxes and he'd paid the insurance and he'd paid the postage, and it come to $90 odd. $90 odd. Think of that figure. It's not an insignificant amount. It's a terrific amount. Only to find that after waiting 3 months for it to arrive, or it arrived here double quick, Her Majesty's Customs seized the parcel and held onto it for so long, while they were bean counting prices based on a false assumption that I owed them tax on it. Well, if that's the case, why are we made to pay tax before the parcel goes off? Allied to that, we know I'm not a business. I've not even sold a thing on eBay in my life. Tried, but never sold. So it's quite clear I'm not a business. And on your custom sticker, you are given the choice of ticking that it's a business item or it's a gift. Well, it's always ticked that it's a gift because that's what it is. You know me, I don't really call these trade boxes as such. I call them gift boxes because that's what these things are to me. But by the by, I had to pay £40. It felt like I'd bought my own cars, which essentially I had done. Fireman had gone to the wonderful task of setting me, he always sends me wonderful stuff. So he'd sent me, a brilliant array of fantastical stuff, and then I had to pay £40 old to release that, in which case I might as well have bought my own cars, and it poo-poos what Ron's trying to do for me. And a lot of you are trying to do, because, you know, I've got my, what I call regular trade partners that we're just about to get up and going again. So if I fold this card over for a moment, on the back of that card, I'll just cover my address over. It says, unfortunately, we can't deliver your item because there is a fee to pay. Bear with me. So the other side of that fold is this. There's a customs charge. That's what it's ticked there. The sender, you know, I've had this before. The sender didn't pay full postage. Yeah, that's usually an internal English matter of a few pence or a couple of pounds. But you can see the amount due is now £18.47. And if I do not pay it, here's the ways I can pay it. I can even go and pay online or with postage or in person to the address. So that would be my local office. I say they've passed it on to them, and it clearly states at the bottom, we will keep the unpaid item for 18 calendar days. So that's come down. Customs item for 21 calendar days before returning it to the sender. Now, there's a couple of things that are wrong with this. First of all, I've been walloped again. This is actually the third time I've been it now. The two that the Diecast community know, and one of goods I sent for myself. So they keep your name and address on a database. Do you not think then that every parcel that comes in my name and my address is automatically going to be scrutinised? Because they think, well, here's an easy and soft target, and he's paid before and he'll keep on paying. I don't know of this in any other country. Those of you that have received parcels from me, and that's been all around the world, and many, many, many of you, I bet you don't get these charges. So here's again a not totally insignificant amount of nearly £20. So that'll be 60 odd pounds I've paid out to me cars. I could buy a lot more for me money in cars than I can in postage. But indeed, when I send postage to you, I prepay the tax, the customs levy, the insurances, knowing that it gets to you safe and sound and you will not be charged. Now, the question is, what is this? So I can try and contact my local office and they say, oh, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to divulge. So at the moment, I'm expecting 3 potential packages. One from Brookstone Customs, Waste Tube Channel Ever. David Johns has informed me that a parcel is in transit and it shouldn't be too long. I'm also aware Diecast Dude has sent me a parcel. It could be him, and it could be from an order that I've placed with a company in Hong Kong. I don't believe that's that one. So it's a toss-up between a package from Holland and a package from America. I am not allowed to know who or from or what the package is, although the customs know what it is. They know before I know what's in it. So I'm simply going to have to pay this charge or I'll never know. The person who sent me will know, because in 3, 4, 5 weeks it'll return to their doorstep. And what have they done wrong? Absolutely nothing. So who do I speak to about this matter? Well, there is nobody I can speak to. And when you can't speak to find out or negotiate or argue a point, then it is a firm indicator that you are now living in a totalitarian society, and that what they say you do or else. You have no right to reply. It's dirty, it's despicable. As far as I'm aware and can ascertain, it's totally against the law. So I'm going to plead with you now. Please do not send me any more parcels. I love you all to bits, but it looks like I'm being targeted because this is happening far too often. And given my current financial plight, of which you all know, it looks like I'm being targeted, and I can't just keep shelling £60 out for nothing. What next? Another 20, another 50. God only knows. If you must send a parcel, please make sure it's small, with no more than, I don't know, 10 cars in it or something, because it's financially depleting me at a time when I need to save all my money. I'm sorry it's come to this, but I can't even speak to it. I spoke to my local MP, and Mr. Martin Vickers, a Conservative. I spoke to his team and they basically said, well, if it's a customs thing, you better just pay it. Hang on a minute, lady, it's not you that's paying it, is it? Well, you know, and this is what the state of this fucking country has come to. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Now, with me saying, please don't send me any more cars, that doesn't mean say I won't stop sending you people. Love you all to bits, but a hobby, a simple hobby of the more mature person it tends to be, is being absolutely crushed to death in this country. If I could gain access to these wonderful things, do you think I'd be trading around the world? What would be the point of that? It's just that I can fulfill some of the gaps in your collection with stuff you can't get, and vice versa. And that's how everybody remains happy and healthy. But it is crushing the life out of me and my spirits and my morale. Do you know, I've never been in trouble with a police in my life. I've never been a bad citizen. I've never caused grief to anybody. Oh, I've had a parking ticket. I've had a speeding violation. Good God, I was caught doing 31 in a 30 zone. But other than that, I've never hurt a person on the planet, and I am being hit for my love of these tiny little things. If you've got any thoughts, please put them below. But I know it's not happening in your country. Only in the wonderful Great British Society is this allowed under the pretence that it is law. All you poor people that have paid the massive postage fees, the pre-taxation, the customs duty, are only now finding out that I have to pay it all when it gets here as well. And like I say, this is on the increase now. The customs should be stopping illegal aliens coming in the country. They're not doing that very well. But when it comes to tearing open innocent people's packages for their hobby and their little bit of pleasure, they're absolutely deft at it. Absolutely deft at it. So that's my rant over. It's taken 12, nearly 13 minutes. I do apologise. But I would please, please, please love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. So we'll come to this little beauty in a minute. I popped out and I found 5 vehicles, one of which I don't particularly like, but I'll bring me thinking behind that in a moment. So find number 1. This piece of, I don't know what, and this is Safes Up. Now, I have collected Tokyo 2020 pieces, as many as I possibly can. I haven't got them all, but if they had the skateboarder. I think I've got about 3 or 4 skateboarders. I hate them. They're rubbish. They're rubbish. So why do I keep getting them? Simply for the fact that it's the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. Do we not think these things are going to be collectible or are already collectible? Because this will be known as the games that never were. And during the war, or just after the war, when the Olympics were going to be cancelled, London, England came forth and said, I know it's very short notice, but we will host the Olympic Games, and they went ahead. All this, 4 years of training and dedication, people that are athletes, fans the world over, I'm not one of them, have been shut down for a cold. And it's only when you think about the gravity of the situation as is, it's utterly ridiculous. They're intimating a second lockdown here now because there's a spike in Spain and Portugal. Well, we're not attached to Spain and Portugal. We're not attached to Europe. But that's the only piece of shit they're clinging on to. So it's going to happen. They're priming you for it now. wherever you are, be warned, it's probably coming. Maybe not in America because you've got a good leader who doesn't believe in it either. God bless Donny for that. At least he's trying to keep a rational head on it. So they've also intimated in this country that if you have the vaccine, of which they're now talking untested vaccines, 5 of them, that should be here before Christmas. So you will have an untested vaccine and they will give you a little card booklet saying that you have been vaccinated. If you haven't got that booklet, what do you think is going to happen to you? You'll not be allowed in public spaces, shops, malls. You won't be allowed to buy food, drink. You may even lose your job for it. And that is what we've been pointing at the finger at China for the last 2, 3, 4 years, telling everybody that they are an evil, totalitarian society, whilst also putting all of us in the world under supervision, surveillance, and laws like a card to identify if you've been vaccinated. I say this, if you've been vaccinated, what you got to worry about, you'll be bulletproof, won't you? I do not think so. So anyway, that's the second rant. I need to learn to shut my mouth a bit. So I've got this piece because it's to me, this is going to become highly collectible in the future as the games that never wear. Where the heck are you going to get some merchandise from? I'm glad that Wales have persevered with this and have pushed it through for release. Yeah, I reckon you could customise that if you so desired to make it a Fantastic 4-piece Rise of the Silver Surfer. Looks like that anyway. But yeah, that's my motivation behind that piece. We'll push him out the way. We'll come to that fantastical thing in a minute. So I reckon, and that's why I've been getting lots of Tokyo 2020 pieces. I've got little interest in them other than I think they're going to become so collectible and sought after. This I love. A 49 Ford. Oh, how nice. This is the one that Mikey Dyson asked me about, and here we are with a better look at it. Ford badge on the back there. You could just see that in the light maybe. There we go, Ford badge on the back. Nothing but a nice chrome detailed grille in the front, but the casting and the tempo work is very, very subtle and very well done. I like this a lot. The Rod Squad. That's your 49 Ford pickup. I will be doing a 1-car Wednesday. I cannot believe how many people have said, really, really like that, Sol. That was the last thing I expected to hear. It was done as a joke for Danny's Diecast and people have liked it. Maybe it's because I get on with it a bit and don't rabble on, but some people like the rabbling. Anyway, you saw one of these on the 10-car Tuesday and that was a blue one, and here's the repop of this one in a nice silver with a 36 decal tampo on it. We got them now ever increasingly popular decal headlights, which add depth perception to it. Nothing on the back, so it's the typical half a job. And we've got the Alpine A110 Cup, of which my good friend Oral, not the E, so that's Oral, not the E, from France, Quakey Garage, rightly pointed out to me that although there is a Renault Alpine, Alpine is a French motor company all on its own. So I hope you'll forgive me, Oral. 1 for name mispronunciation and 2 for the misinformation. So please remember that Alpine is a French motoring organisation all of its own. Piece number 4, Chris Diecast Dungeon, Corvette C7Z06. Wow, ate the wheels as usual, devil pentagrams, not for me. Lovely features on the top. It looks like a moonroof that, but it's not. Again, these decal headlights and the famous Corvette badge, and this time look at how they've detailed the back out. Again, these are decal transfers and they add so much depth. It's so much better than a blob of paint, I suppose. But yeah, look at the details on that. That is a worthy addition to anybody's collection. I know Diecast Dungeon is an absolute Corvette nut. David Johns likes the Corvette too. Sir, I hope you like that one. Chris, I hope you're doing very well now, sir. And the final find is the 89 Mazda Savannah RX-7 FC3S. What a mouthful. There it is, look. Goodness me. The lace wheels are okay. I love the vibrant red. And we've got some fine detail on the back there. Let's try and get that in focus a bit better. There you go. There's some fine detail, a full back array there. Hot Wheels logo on the suggestion of a number plate. And this time there is edging. There we go. Edging to the pop-up lights. So I would say that's a good fine piece. It would benefit from a wheel swap. The more I look at it, the more I think, yeah, that looks like so many other cars, because they keep putting the same colour on or the same wheels. That reminds me so much, if you just glance at it in passing, it could almost be a Porsche. I think they released a red Porsche with similar wheels, and there's not much to distinguish the two. So onto this beautiful set. Oh, David, you spoil me. Johnny Lightning commemorative limited edition. Each model's paint colour is exclusive to this set only. We've got a collector's badge there, commemorating or commemorative 4-car set Johnny Lightning 08336 set B. Limited edition, authentic replicas of original 1969-70s models. High quality die-cast metal bodies and bases. Praying Mantis, who I do believe don't own this anymore. So, this is, did we say set B? Set B. So what's in set B? There we go. We got a custom GTO, a vicious vet, a 32 Roadster, and a Wasp, or as we call it, a Wasp. So there we go. And if you look on the side here, that's a tab from inside the box. Set A, El Camino, Bug Bomb, Custom XKE, and a moving van. Set B is the one we got there. Custom GTO, Vicious Vet, 32 Roadster, and the Wasp. Turn him around. Oh, that's it. There's just set A and set B. There's your information on the back. For those of you who maybe would like to pause this and read it, I'm not going to. You're all grown up. Going to see if I can see a date on this. It was quality sealed there as well, of which I've popped it off. He sent me this quite a while ago, did David, and I've had it put away safe because I want to keep it as it is. And when I get my detail case, I shall put it on display in there. I'm just reading the bottom now. I've read the top information. Oh, there we go. Official GM license product, 1994. There we go. And that's Michigan, but made in China. So there we go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. In fact, let's move these out of the way. Put them on the sofa behind me, like that. And let's get into it. Well, there we go. There's a nice double-sided blister. And we shall try and drop this out completely. There we go. Put that also important packaging in there. Just put the tabs on there. And away we go. Oh. Right. So let's have a look then. A custom GTO. In my book, that's a Pontiac then, isn't it? Pontiac GTO. Reproduction Redline wheels. Oh, tyres. Very blocky front end. With no detail on. Have we got a motor? Oh, yeah. As simplistic as simple can be. And now, wouldn't you know that that doesn't want to go down? So I'm not going to force that. I shall do that off camera. Oh, there we go. It looks like it's a move forward mechanism. No detail on the back, but we can see that it is a metal base. It's heavily oxidized, as you imagine time would be. I mean, 1994. Goodness me. Very simplistic. Good paint job that stood up to the test of time. No freckling or mottling on it, but it's a very, very simplistic casting. Black interior. But yeah, so that's Pontiac GTO. What to next? We shall go for the Wasp, which doesn't match up to the colours on the box. Very, very, very strange piece. It's almost like something off a Jerry Anderson production. Sort of space agey, domey, bubbly. Looks totally unsafe if you could actually drive something like that. Here's the canopy. The paint job is wonderful on this. You can see that it's deep and lustrous. I'm taking it this is the engine, although I've never quite seen anything like that. Metal base. Again, the suggestion that these are red lines. Yeah, it's got the commemorative bases on there. It's a highly, highly strange piece. It's almost go-kart like. The fact that it's part of a set will always be together, but it's certainly not a casting I'd choose for myself, and I doubt many people would. Okay, we'll go for a Vicious Vet. Now this is beautiful. Again, a green metal flake. Lots of sparkles in there. I hope you can catch that. Crazy motor. I like the way they've put enough effort into black the pipes out from the big old engine block there. So I guess this is a gasser that you Americans seem to like so much. And I'm beginning to like them. I've got quite a few now. But yeah, a slight greenish tint to the canopy glass. Silver interior. I like this, but isn't it just pure crazy? Yeah. And I think I've saved my favourite for last. And I can see my good mate 4D salivating already. This is a tiny casting. And this is the 32 Roadster. Ford, no doubt. Good wheels. I was just looking to see if that was slightly bent, but it isn't. These don't want to turn so well, but if you look in, look, they virtually touch that bodywork there. That doesn't matter. The windscreen's good and intact. Just a drop-in insert. Simplistic black interior. Will that open? I don't think it does. No, it looks like it does. Obviously, it was just a GTO that had an opening feature. I've got to bring this now because it's so tiny. It's delicate. Lovely engine. Front grille. Bit of a casting imperfection there. Quite bad. Can you see that there? Just here. It's a bad dent, is that? It looks like the casting's blown outwards and there's some metal missing. but not so on this side. Yeah, beautiful piece. Are we sure that doesn't open? It does. You can see they've made a start on it. I guess that's the rear seats, but I'm not going to force that. It doesn't want to know, so I'm not going to force it. I'd expected it a bit more from Johnny Lightning on the quality issues here. There's some less than perfect working parts and casting lines, but overall, I mean, look at that in that door. It's just where the door light is hitting it. Look, that's a bear in the metal. That's metal that's popped out of the casting. But it is a beautiful piece in its entirety, and it will be treasured. So yeah, that's the commemorative set. David, thank you so much. As I've asked, thoughts in the comments below on anything that I've raised here today. And I shall be doing a one car Wednesday. Got a little beauty that I've been after for a while, and I managed to secure it purely by chance. Couldn't believe it when I found it. And we'll be doing some shout outs on that to customs and restoration channels that I watch, not necessarily some of the big ones, but some of the great ones, and that will be coming on Wednesday. Again, please drop us your thoughts on anything I've said, and we'll take that forward on Wednesday as well. So please have a good week. The weather's good here for now, but we're told it's going to turn rubbish come the middle of the week or 2 hours. But if you can, try and enjoy your working week going into the weekend. This is Big Sol wishing you all a good day. Take care and bye-bye.